Good evening everyone and welcome to this Monday evening Maulis Live. Thank you very much for having me, Maulis Rituals. My name is Camilla and I am one of the co-founders of Luminous Facial Yoga along with my sister Philippa. So this evening we're going to do a little bit of face yoga, but I thought before we start I would just tell you very briefly what exactly face yoga is for anybody that's not familiar with it. And just a caveat before we get started and just say that anybody that has had any injectables, Botox, fillers, you absolutely can do face yoga if you have those invasive treatments, but we always suggest that you just consult your doctor before you do. And always only work to your own level, because face yoga should never be uncomfortable, sometimes tiring, but never uncomfortable. So if at any point you feel that you need to stop, just stop, have a reset, have a sip of water. All you're going to need for this evening's class is, yes, like I said, some water and some facial oil. This evening I've got one of the lovely Maulis Supreme Skin Serum and it smells divine, so I'm going to be using that rather fittingly this evening. Okay, so today's class is going to, we're going to start off with a little bit of breathing, working on our breathing, centering ourselves. We're then going to do a little bit of warm-up. We'll then do a sort of general, I'll show you some techniques for sort of working your way down the face to lift and tone and firm and brighten the skin. We'll end up with a little bit of massage and some relaxation and then a positive affirmation. So just briefly, what is face yoga? Face yoga essentially comprises 5 key elements. Facial exercise, so in the same way that we go to the gym to lift, firm and tone our bodies, we need to do exactly the same for the muscles in our face. So we have around 57 muscles in our face and our neck, and they need to be worked out in exactly the same way. So the same principles, if you can lift and tone and firm those muscles, then the skin attached to those muscles is going to become tightened and firmer, and that will smooth out the wrinkles, the fine lines and the wrinkles. Facial massage is the next element. It's really important. If you massage your face every day, then that's going to improve your skin tone. It's going to help decrease puffiness, dark circles around the eyes, improve lymph flow, detox the skin, boost the circulation of blood and nutrients and oxygen to the surface of the skin, which is all going to be great for brightening. Then face acupressure. So this is a really ancient traditional technique where you apply pressure to certain points in your face, and that just helps to free up the energy flowing around the face, the chi, the prana, just to increase your overall sense of well-being. Relaxation. So we generally as a society carry a huge amount of stress in our face and our neck, and often unknowingly. So we teach an awareness of what the muscles in your face are doing. We make you aware of whether you're over-expressing. So if you're furrowing your brow, do you need to be furrowing your brow at all times, or are you doing it out of habit? Because it's the continual frowning that you do throughout your day, whether you're driving, watching TV, sort of, whatever it is that repetitive action that's going to start to make those fine lines that then lead to those deep set wrinkles. And then, so that's relaxation. And finally, just general well-being. We take a really holistic approach to facial health. So like a real 360 kind of, we look at what you put into your body as much as what you're putting into your body, which radiates on the outside. It's not just about what you're putting onto your skin to keep you looking, glowing and happy and healthy. You've got to think about your mind and the connection between the mental and the physical. So if you can kind of get the two aligned, so you're feeling calm, you're feeling healthy, you're feeding your body well, and then you're also using the right products, then those two together create a really powerful winning combination. Okay, so let's get started. I want you to elongate your spine, sit nicely and squarely on your chair, placing your feet firmly on the ground, and we're going to start with a little bit of breath work. So we're going to do breathing in to the count of 4 through the nose, and then breathing out to the count of 6 through the nose. Okay, so let's do it together. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. And we're just going to do this for a couple of minutes. And whilst you're focusing on your breath, I want you to try to keep your chest as still as you can and just let your abdomen rise as you inhale. And let it fall on the exhale. Just focus on that breath. Just center yourself and just focus on the moment. Breathing in and out. Blocking out the noise around you, just focusing on your breath. Feeling that stress and that tension just melting away. And whilst you're breathing, you may have your eyes closed, you may not. If you don't, I'd like you to just gently close your eyes now. And then starting at the forehead, at the top of the scalp and the forehead area, we're going to scan the face. Okay, so starting with the forehead, how are you feeling? Are you holding stress or tension in this area? Are your brows furrowed? Just pay attention to how your face is feeling and try and just breathe that tension away. Moving down to the eyes, are your eye muscles feeling tense? Are you feeling eye strain? Perhaps you've been staring at a computer screen. Just focus on that and just breathe any tension away. Moving down onto the cheek area. Just keep that breath work going, making sure your shoulders are nicely dropped. And then down onto the jaw, a really common area where lots of us hold lots of stress and tension. Just keep breathing, let your tongue rise to the roof of your mouth. Loosen that jaw. And then down to the neck and the shoulders. Are you hunched? Just relax, let it go, soften those shoulders. Okay, and then when you're ready, gently open your eyes. And we're going to start with a few warm-up exercises. So in the same way as any other exercise that we do with our bodies, we need to warm up the muscles before we start to exercise them with face yoga as well. So we're going to do some neck rolls, and we're going to do 3 in one direction and then 3 in the other. So let's do it together. 1. Might feel a bit of crunching. And then back in the opposite direction. Keeping that breath work going into the count of 4 and out to the count of 6. And now we're going to do some shoulder rolls. We're going to roll our shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, and then back in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3. Now taking your right hand, I want you to just gently rest it on your head and do a nice deep stretch of the neck. Feeling that stretch all along there. Back to the center, taking your left hand, placing it gently on your head and gently stretching all along here. Again, only working to your own level. And center. Now to energize ourselves before we start the exercise part of the class, we're going to do something called lion's breath, which some of you who do yoga may already be aware of. This is a great technique for reducing tension in the whole face area, expelling stale toxins and stale air, and re-energizing the body. So we're going to take our hands and we're going to put them up like this, making 2 fists. We're going to contract our face, raising our shoulders up high, and we're going to breathe in. And on the out breath, we're going to stick out our tongues. We're going to open our eyes nice and wide whilst trying not to wrinkle the forehead, and we're going to expel that breath for ideally 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, so let's do it together. And exhale. Let's take it again. Contracting the face and relieving that tension on the out breath, and And we're going to do one more. Nice deep breath in, contracting the face, bringing your hands up, raising those shoulders, and you should be feeling slightly more energized. That's a really good one for a nice reset before you start. So have a sip of your water, and we're going to start with an exercise to target fine lines and wrinkles on the forehead area. Hi everyone, hi. Right, taking your index finger and your thumb, we're going to make two C shapes like this, okay? We're going to rest the index finger roughly 1 centimetre above the brow, with the thumbs resting on the cheeks like that. Okay, we're going to take a nice deep breath, and we're going to widen our eyes as wide as we can whilst trying not to wrinkle the forehead. We always try not to wrinkle the brow, okay? So take a nice deep breath, widen those eyes, and as you widen them, you're going to use these index fingers to gently push down against the orbicularis muscle wanting to rise. So essentially your index fingers are pushing down and your eyebrow muscle is pushing up, okay? So you're creating like a natural resistance weight with your fingers, just like that. Okay, so we're going to hold it for 3, take a nice deep breath, keeping your shoulders down, and widen those eyes and hold it. 1, 2, 3, and relax. We're going to repeat that another 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and relax the brow. 1, 2, 3, and relax, and a final one. 1, 2, 3, and relax. We're now going to hold that same pose, so we're going to open our eyes nice and wide. We're not going to wrinkle the forehead, keeping your fingers as natural resistance weights on the brow area. We're going to hold it for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remembering to breathe. 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Okay, just give your brow a little bit of a sweep out. Relax it. Targeting lymph drainage system, which sits just beneath the surface of the skin, and just generally relaxing the brow. Okay, so we're now moving on to our eyes. So anybody that has issues with these little crow's feet, these troublesome lines that we get in time around our eyes, this exercise is going to firm up these 2 muscles that ring around your eyes, these donut shaped muscles, the orbicularis oculi. This is going to work to tone and strengthen the eyes. So taking your fingers, I want you to take your index finger and your second finger. You're going to rest your index finger on the outer edge of the eye. Hi, Sonia. You're then going to put your second finger on the inner edge of the eyebrow. Okay. We're going to bring the lower lid up to the top lid in a flickering motion, and we're going to hold it for 3, and we're going to repeat that 6 times. Again, making sure that the only part of your face to move is your lower lid. Okay. Right. Let's take that. Outer edge of the eye with the index finger, inner edge of the eyebrow with the second finger, and we're going to bring the lower lid up and hold it for 3. 1, 2, 3, and relax. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and a final one. 1, 2, 3. As you're doing this, you should feel a little pulse on the outer edge of the eye, which shows that you're firing up that muscle and that the exercise is working. If you don't feel that immediately, then don't worry, that will come with time. So the second part is we're going to do exactly what we were doing a second ago. So we're going to put our fingers, index finger on the outer edge of the eye, second finger on the inner edge of the eyebrow, and we're going to hold that pose that we were doing, but we're going to hold it for a count of 10, remembering your breath work, breathing in for 4 and out for 6, and let's close the eyes, nicely tightening, wrinkling them up, and holding it. You should still feel that pulse on the outer edge, so you're contracting the eye muscle now, okay? Whilst not wrinkling the forehead, and you're holding it for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feeling that shake, that pulse on the outer edge of the eye. 7, 8, 9, and 10, and relax. Okay, we're now going to focus on our cheek area. So this exercise is going to strengthen and tone and give some extra volume to the cheeks. as we start to age, you'll often find that sorry, I'm looking quite red, it's quite hot in my kitchen. As you start to age, you notice that the line that goes from the outer edge of your nose down to the corners of your mouth, which we call the nasal labial folds, they can deepen as we age and we lose volume in the cheek area. Similarly, we start to get these lines from the outer edge of the mouth, which go down to the base of the chin, which we call the marionette lines, those ones. So by working the cheek muscles, we're going to strengthen and tone those, which will give volume and will reduce the appearance of those lines. Okay, so take a nice big gulp of air, fill your cheeks with air as much as you can, like this. Okay? We're going to take one hand and we're going to smooth out the wrinkles that are formed on your mouth when you make that big, when you take that big gulp of air. So smoothing out any lines that form around your mouth. And then we're going to transfer the air with as much force as we can from one side of the face to the other. So you're going to go bam, 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 bam. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. As you get better at doing this and you get more familiar, we build up the repetitions, but to start with, we'll do 30. So let's do it together. Nice deep breath, fill those cheeks with air, using the hand to smooth out any wrinkles formed, and we're going to transfer from side to side. That's 5. That's 10. That's 20. And that's 30. So as you feel that your cheek muscles start to feel stronger as a result of doing that, you can build in more reps, and so you can work yourself up to doing a total of 60, and you'll start to feel that your cheeks should feel like they've had a little bit of a workout after doing that exercise. So now we're going to move on to our mouth. So there's a sort of circular muscle that wraps around the mouth, and we want to work to firm and tone that and reduce any of the appearance of those sort of little tiny fine lines that we start to get all around our mouth and the lip line as we age. So we're going to do what we often do in face yoga. So any of you that are familiar with it will know this is a common move. You take your lips, make an O shape, and wrap your teeth in your lips. Right there, okay? And then you're going to make the O into a smile. But when I say smile, it's more like a sort of heart shape. So we're not going like that, we're going like that. Okay? And we're going to alternate between the two. So we're going from this to this. And this is working the whole of the lower face. You see? You see the muscle working? So with this, as with Pilates or yoga, the key is do the exercise with control and do it nice and slowly. Don't rush it. Okay, alternating between the two, and we're going to do it for a total of 15. Okay, so let's do it together. Nice O shape with the mouth, and then to the smile. 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Nice and controlled. That's 10. You should start to feel your cheeks really feel like they're doing some proper exercise here. We've lost track, I think we're on 13. Okay, I think that's roughly 20. My mind was wandering because there's all sorts of things I was wanting to tell you as well. But that exercise is such a good one for toning that whole lower part of the face. Second part of this exercise now is to make that same O shape with your mouth, turn it into a smile, and then we're going to rest our index finger on the chin, which again forms like a natural resistance weight for the exercise, and we're going to scoop the neck, scoop the head backwards and back and down. So we're doing this. You see? And we're going to do it slowly. We're going to go up and down, and we're going to do that 6 times. So we're going to scoop together. Nice smile, heart shaped smile, and scoop. Just working the neck. One. Two. Three. 4, 5, 6. Okay, have a sip of your water. Just give your mouth a bit of a reset. Okay, now for the jaw. All right. So we all know about as the years go by, we start to get less and less definition in the jawline. This also is a really key spot for anyone that's joined more recently. We were saying that your jaw is an area where most of us hold a lot of stress and tension. So learning to work out your jaw, give it a bit of a massage, is always going to be a brilliant thing for general stress relief and general wellness and well-being. So taking your index finger and your thumb, okay, actually taking the first two, let's take the first two. Starting at the base of the chin, we're going to do little pinches all along the jawline like this. Pinch and a little twist in an upwards motion. So starting at the base of the chin and twist, pinching up and twisting up. So what this is doing is activating the muscle. We're not pulling the top layer of the skin, we're activating the muscle that sits beneath. And this should start to get a little bit pink, which shows that you're boosting that blood flow, all the good stuff, the oxygen and the nutrients to this part of the face. And that is going to increase the production of the collagen and the elastin, which are the sort of nature's plumping agents, which are going to give you nice, firm, bright skin. Now when you get to the top, you're hitting acupressure points all along here. When you get to the top, use your thumbs and just do a nice little wheeling motion, just to relieve any tension that you're holding there. Just circular motions, just wheel it out. Nice couple of deep breaths. It might feel uncomfortable, but it feels so good when you actually release. Okay, now is a good time to take a little bit of your face oil. I've got the Maulis one. What have they got in this? It smells amazing. Jasmine and sandalwood, so good. It's like having a little spa treatment. So take a few drops of the oil. You don't need a huge amount. Rub them, get a nice bit of heat going between the hands. I'm just going to hold your palms in front of your face and take a few nice deep breaths. Just inhaling that. I'm just going to move my hands because otherwise you obviously can't see or hear what I'm saying. Just inhaling that aroma and just feeling the heat and the warmth of your hands. It's just really, really nice part of energy work. We do much more of that on the website, but just for today, just rub, get them, build up the heat, and then just hold and take nice deep breaths. Okay, so we're going to start with our thumbs at the central point of the chin, and we're going to just glide all along the jawline. So the facial serum, the facial oil helps not to pull the skin, but to just allow the thumbs to glide along. Redefining that jawline, hitting all those lovely acupressure points along the way, which is going to help freeing up any energy blockages. And it just feels deeply relaxing. It's a really nice thing to do. Okay. Making sure you've still got enough oil on your hands. Just apply some to your neck area. I'm going to do a little bit on the lymphatic drainage now. Just warming that area up, applying the oil. Okay, taking your fingertips, we're going to lay them at the base of the neck, and we're going to tilt our head back, and in a nice light sweep, we're going to push the head back, tilt the head back, and sweep down with the hands, okay? This is just calls for a light touch. You're targeting the lymph here, which sits just very beneath the surface of the skin. So you only need a light touch. We're not activating muscle here with the fingertips, but we are also activating muscle with the exercise of putting our head back. So this is a multi-beneficial exercise. So we do some nice sweeps. We'll do it 6 times, remembering to breathe. This is removing any toxins, any debris from the skin. Feels incredibly relaxing as well. Just smelling this beautiful oil. Okay. The second part is I want you to take your lower lip and jut it out, like that. And then you're going to tilt your head back and you're going to hold that for 10 deep breaths. So, breathing in for 4 and out for 6 through the nose. That nice deep stretch all along the neck, activating those muscles, going into tone. Again, only work to your own level. If this feels in any way uncomfortable on your neck, then stop. Bring your head back to your central point. And we're just going to do some pinches along the neck, starting at the base. Again, the little pinches with a slight twist up. We're going to pinch all along, deep into the muscle this time. Again, this is just going to boost that circulation to the neck area, eliminate those turkey necks. You work your way all around the neck. In face yoga, everything goes in an upwards motion. We're always trying to defy gravity. Okay, so finally, I'm just going to show you, if we've had lots of people this week particularly asking about these little pesky lines that we get here, which we call 11 lines. A really nice one that you can do with your facial oil whilst you're doing your evening massage is take your index fingers and just do a figure of 8 in this area. So you're disrupting that pattern, that over-expressing. When you frown, you form those 11 lines. So what you're doing is just working that muscle. And this facial oil works really well as part of this. Okay, and a few sweeps out. You'll notice a little bit of pinkness. That's as we said earlier on, that's always a good thing because it shows that the blood is flowing to the skin, which is all good for skin brightening. Okay, so we're finishing this with a little bit of relaxation. So we're just going to take our fingertips and like nice light raindrops. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to take a moment to focus on our breath, and we're going to, starting at the base of the neck, we're going to use our fingertips like raindrops working up the neck. Close your eyes if you want to. Just make sure that you're present in the moment and you're just noticing that sensation, the feeling of your fingertips like rain falling all over your face whilst you work your way up. Aside from the feeling of deep relaxation that this will give you, this is also boosting the blood flow to the skin. You can do this for as long as you like. Just be present in the moment and enjoy that feeling. If, like most of us, you don't take a huge amount of time for yourself, it's just nice to spend that little bit of time, whether you do it in the morning as when you've woken up as part of your morning routine before you apply your makeup, or whether you're using it in the evening as part of a wind down. We like doing both, but this is just a particularly relaxing one for a night time. Okay. I'm just going to finish with a couple of neck rolls. Back in the opposite direction. Nice deep breath, and we're going to end with a positive affirmation. Now, anybody that doesn't do positive affirmations, we do this as a way of training our brain to believe positive things about ourselves. So we believe that if we say something enough times, it starts to stick and we start to believe it. So even if you don't feel it at the time, if you repeat it to yourself and you say it with conviction, and ideally say it in front of the mirror, you will start to feel those positive things that you are saying about yourself. We are all our worst critics, and at Luminous Facial Yoga, one of our key mission statements is to try and empower our members to feel the very best versions of themselves. We don't want you to feel you have to look like somebody else, because you are individual. Everyone is individual and everyone is beautiful in their own way, and we need to celebrate our individuality. So I'd like us to all say together, I am healthy, confident and relaxed. And we're going to say it with meaning, and we're going to say it loud. I am healthy, confident and relaxed. Let's say it again. I am healthy, I'm confident and I'm relaxed. And one final time. I am healthy, I'm confident and I'm relaxed. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. It means a huge amount, and thank you so much for hosting me, Maulis Rituals. We really appreciate being asked. If anybody is interested in learning more about face yoga, then you can hop onto our website, which is luminous-london.com, or follow us on Instagram. We're always popping up little tips and exercises on there as well. So thank you very much.